So I wanted to make this because there's this website that lets you watch a bunch of like cable channels for free on the web browser, and I've been using that a lot more lately, like the past month or so. And here's some things that I have noticed. So before I talk about it, I should say that I haven't really watched cable at all since like 2019. So it's been like like about 5 years. And this is what I noticed. So first, the scheduling has gotten a lot better. Before, when I last watched it, what made me stop was the schedules for the networks I was watching. They were just terrible. Like they would play one show over and over and over, and then repeat day in day out, just the same exact show over and over. No, yeah, that turned a lot of people away. And the second thing, so the scheduling now, there's a lot of variety now. Like, I watch just like Cartoon Network and shit. No, they're actually playing like some of the older shows on there, mostly because Adult Swim starts at like 5 p.m. now, and so they're just playing like old cartoons, like 5 p.m. to like 8. I no 5 to 7. It's just old tunes, and then it's just goes back to regular Adult Swim. No Family IO. Just kind of a bummer, but what can you do? The second, and also Boomerang has gotten a lot better. Before it was just like years ago, it was just Scooby Doo and like Looney Tunes. Now they're going back and playing like the old Hanna-Barbera stuff. Like, I was watching Boomerang. I saw Top Cat. Like I don't think I've actually ever watched Top Cat before. And when I was watching Boomerang like years ago, like, I don't think it was ever on. So that's a good change. But what does suck is like Nick. I don't know what they're doing over there. But you look at the schedule for like Nicktoons and Nick, and it's just SpongeBob. Literally, it's just SpongeBob. And then Nick is just terrible. And I never liked Disney, so I didn't check that out. So the second, I should mention, I do actually have like regular cable my internet provider, but it didn't have any like Turner networks or Disney, so uh, I just used that website. So another thing that I noticed is a lot of the ads, there's a lot of ads for like HBO Max. Like I'm sure like most of the ads there, like the promos and stuff, they always say you can just watch it on HBO Max or tune in like next day for regular channel. Like they're trying to push the streaming service hard. Another thing I noticed is that it's like no new shows on there, like none. There's like no new shows, which is fine because most of the newer stuff was fucking garbage anyway, so it's not like a big deal. But there's no new stuff, none. There may be new episodes of stuff, but there's nothing new. It's just like an archive, like dumping grounds to stuff. There's nothing new on these. Another thing I noticed is the channels I would have watched. Either I can't access them. Yeah, I can't access them, or the channel is just gone. I used to watch this channel. It's called IFC, and it wasn't really on, like, it's not on the website I was using. So another thing that I've noticed is that they changed a lot of stuff since I last watched. First off, like 4.3 content was stretched for a while. So instead of like being like in a letterbox or something, it was stretched to the whole screen, which was not very good. I think they might have stopped doing that, but for a while it was just that. Second thing I've noticed is like there's this thing on the top right, or top left or top right or whatever, where it shows like the rating, like shows a rating, and they changed that. Instead of like a white box with black text, it's like a semi-transparent box with the like text cut out. So another thing that I've noticed is that, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, another thing I've noticed is that sometimes when I'm watching it, like sometimes they mess up. Like they mess up a lot when I'm watching it. Like one example, sometimes they just play the wrong show, or sometimes like they play a show from another network, like on the network. Like they played a show. A good example is they played a show from like HNL or something, like a news network. They played that on Adult Swim for like 10 minutes, and then they like switched back to the actual show, which that makes me think like they're just completely on autopilot. Like it's just completely autopilot mode by now. I don't think I don't think like there's like a human, like there's probably like one guy just making sure like it's turned on, but I don't think there's a single human in that office, like, you know, doing the shows and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think cable is a lot better now than it was. Like 5 years ago, it was like the death nail for cable, and now it's just like a zombie. And I give it like, what, 10 years before like it won't completely go away, before it's like nothing, and then the networks get like no views either. They get like 100,000, which is good now. Before that would have been terrible. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about.